Hey there, folks. It's Mr. Pilcher, and welcome to your first day of Apex. September 1st is finally here. I want to go through the Schoology end of things and how that's going to work, just to make sure you guys are familiar with it before we get started. Okay, so some of you guys have me for chemistry, some have me for honors chemistry, some have me for AP chemistry. Either way, your Schoology page will look almost identical. So what I'm going to do is, as an example today, I'm going to go through the chemistry one, but they all should look pretty similar. So when you first open it up, you'll see three things. You'll see this folder up top. We'll get to that last. You will see the class information slides that I sent you guys in an email the other day, and you'll see your syllabus. Now, one thing I want to point out about the syllabus is that this is sort of your minimum pace recommendations. So in other words, in the first week, September 1st, you chemistry folks, you should be doing these 6 assignments this week. That's sort of a minimum pace. And a lot of people will do a lot more than that, but that's kind of like the minimum pace. So you'll have 4 quizzes, 1 journal, and 1 practice. Okay? So I just want to let you guys know that's kind of how you should figure out whether you are on track or not, whether you're ahead or behind. You can use that syllabus to sort of give you an idea there. Okay. So let's talk about the unit folders. But before we even do that, I just want to emphasize most of your time you're going to be on Apex. I would say 80%, maybe even a little bit higher than that. You'll be on Apex for this class. The only times you'll ever really have to come on Schoology for this class is when you have a written assignment. Okay? So most assignments on Apex, they can be graded in Apex, but Apex doesn't have a great way to turn in written assignments. So whenever you have to turn in a written assignment, you're going to come to Schoology to do that. Okay, so you open up the unit folders. In everyone's class, you only have 1 folder in there so far. It's Unit 1. So I'm going to go ahead and click in there. Now, all unit folders will have the same 3 folders in them: study guides, written assignments, and the test folder. Let's go through each one. Okay, so study guides, I wrote up there, they are optional. And I want you to, they're all down here. You don't have to do them. I gave you a place to fill them out. But I want you to know something that's very important. Okay, so study guides that guide your learning as you move through the content. However, some study guides may become required if you struggle on upcoming quizzes. Okay, so if you take a quiz and you don't pass it the first time, that doesn't always mean I'll make you fill out the study guide. But lots of times someone takes a quiz, they don't do so well. I open it back up, they try it again, and they still kind of struggle. Most of the time in that situation, I'm going to be like, okay, hey, Billy, I need you to fill out this study guide first and show it to me to make sure that you really do understand what's going on, that you're not going too fast before I open this quiz back up for you. Okay? So study guides are optional for now, but every now and then I'll probably make you do one, and that's okay. I think most people will have to do a study guide here and there because chemistry is hard, and there'll just be things you struggle with, and that's okay. Now, the second folder is called written assignments. So you'll be spending most of your time in this folder. This is for everything that you have to turn in that's a written assignment. So let's go ahead and read this out. So it says, make sure you fill in each empty text box in the Google Doc. This assignment will be graded. If you type anywhere besides those text box, you're risking me not looking at that assignment or grading it and you having to resubmit it. Okay. Now let me show you exactly what I mean by that. So let's say I just click on this first assignment right here. It's a journal. Again, I'm reminding you about that text box. So if you want to open the assignment, there'll be a little link down here always. So here's what it'll look like. So let's say you come in here. These text boxes will appear below every single question. Okay, it always tells you the point possible and how many points each question is worth. And I want you to type in these text boxes only and nowhere else. You don't even have to type your name on this because every time you open a new assignment, it creates one for you with your name attached to it. So you don't even have to worry about that. So the only place you're typing is these text box, and you'll notice, hey, I love chemistry. Let's say that's your answer to the first question. You'll notice that your type even comes in as blue. That's on purpose. It helps me see your answers more easily and distinguish them from the questions themselves. Okay, so you'll fill in every text box, and that will be that. So those are your assignments, your written assignments on Schoology. The only other thing you'll have to do on Schoology, I'm coming back in here, you always have to take your TST on Schoology. So this last folder is just a test folder, it's pretty small. So the TST is the teacher scored test. not to be confused with the CST, which is the computer scored tests. You always have two big tests at the end of every unit, and those are them. Now, you always have to take the teacher scored test first before I unlock your computer scored test, okay? So the way you take your teacher scored test, your first big test at the end of every unit, you'll come here, you'll open up the test folder, and the test will be sitting right here. Now, this one is just a practice one or an example one, so this is not the one that you'll actually be talking about or you'll be taking. It says throughout history, people have been studying living, non-living world. That's not you guys, but it will be sitting there ready for you whenever you need it, okay? So that's Schoology end of things. Again, you'll be spending most of your time in Apex, but whenever you do come across a written assignment where you actually have to type things in, you're going to find the place to turn it in on Schoology. So let me know if you guys have any questions. I'm always here to help, always checking that email. And I hope you guys like my awesome GIFs for each class. All right, I'll see ya.